writing it by hand is always the most beneficial for me. And I was literally the first person to finish. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amelie if you guys are new here, and today we are locking in because we have to. I feel like I've been unlocked. I haven't really been prioritizing school that much recently. My grades are still fine and everything, but today is gonna be like a study vlog, productive vlog, like get shit done type of day. For anyone new here, I'm a freshman at SDSU and I have a big test today and we have to lock in for it, but I also am someone who needs to move their body for the sake of their mental and physical health. Otherwise, I will not be able to function or study or anything. It is currently 8:38, so I'm a little bit behind schedule. I wanted to be at the gym by 8, but you know what? It's okay. We're gonna work with what we got. Today, we are hitting back and biceps. And then I'm going to do 45 minutes on the Stairmaster, and I'm going to try to study while I'm on the Stairmaster, and then I'm going to come back, study more after the gym, and then I have a pretty big test at 12:30 today, so I'm going to take that, go to my second class of the day, and then after that, we are gonna go get a tattoo touched up, maybe some piercings, hopefully. So it should be a fun day, but I do need to really lock in for the first half of the day because school comes first, and honestly, I'm not prepared enough for this test. Probably should have started studying a little bit earlier, but you know what? It's fine. We're gonna work with what we got. Honestly, I'm kind of a last minute studier, and it usually always works out for me because then all the material is like fresh in my mind. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys through my day with me. We are going to go to the gym, study, lock in. I'm gonna share my study tips with you guys, and it's just gonna be a fun day in the life. So I have my Celsius. I went to bed at like 2 a.m. Not gonna lie, last night I was having a movie night with some friends, and we also got crumble. So I went to bed at 2 a.m. and it is currently 8. So that's like less than 6 hours of sleep because I didn't even get up at 8. I got up at like 7:30. So we're fighting some demons right now. But you know what? I have my caffeine and we're just gonna power through the day. So let's go move our body because I always have so much more mental clarity and motivation after a good workout. We are back from the gym. I actually had a really good workout, which I honestly didn't expect to. I just wasn't really feeling like the upper body vibes, but once I started, it ended up being really good. Which I feel like a broken record saying this because I always say this, but you never regret a workout, so literally just go. I hit back and biceps, and then I did my 45 minutes on the Stairmaster. And while I was on the Stairmaster, like I said, I have this test coming up in like T-minus 2 hours. So while I was on the Stairmaster, I was studying for it, and I had like a Quizlet that one of my friends made, and I was just going through all of the questions, making sure I could like somewhat answer them. And then if I couldn't answer them, I would look at the answer and then write down the question and the correct answer, because the way that I like to study is by writing things down. I'm like a very visual and like physical learner, I think, so I can't just like repeat it. I have to write it down. Writing it by hand is always the most beneficial for me, I've realized, but typing it on a phone also works, because then I'm not only repeating it back to myself while I'm typing it, but I'm also like physically, in a sense, wiring my body to remember typing it. Like, bear with me here, I don't know if this makes sense, but then when I'm taking the test and I see those words, I can almost like remember typing them, and then I can like remember what I typed, and it helps me remember the answer. So that's always how I study, and it honestly made the time go by so fast on the Stairmaster because I was just like doing that over and over again. So I basically like rewrote all the notes for this semester, and don't get me wrong, it definitely took me a little bit, but I feel so much more prepared for this test. So it was definitely worth it. I actually don't have class for another hour and a half, but I'm gonna get ready and just try to get some work done. I might study a little bit more, even though I still feel pretty prepared. I'm just gonna try to be productive because I got up early, so I don't wanna waste my time. On days where I need to be productive, I always try to make myself get ready, because then I'm way less likely to wanna crawl back in bed, because I have obviously makeup on, and like even though I'm wearing a kind of like comfy outfit, it's still cute, so I want people to see it. And just the little things like that honestly make the biggest difference. There was this TikTok trend going around, and it was like 10 minutes now for a better 10 hours or something like that, and it honestly is so true. If you just spend 10 minutes on yourself, putting yourself together, and just like setting yourself up for success, your entire day is gonna be so much better. I'm pretty much almost done with all of the makeup that I'm gonna do today. It's been 4 minutes, and I already feel like such a more put together, prettier, more productive version of myself. This is your sign, even on the days where you don't really have motivation. You don't have to do makeup, outfit, and hair. Just do a good outfit. Or maybe you just do some makeup and a comfy outfit. Or maybe you just do your hair, but I'm telling you, doing something to just like make your life and yourself feel more put together makes the biggest difference. Lip liner. I use the Sephora brand in the shade Creme de la Creme. And then, boom, just like that, whole different person. Okay. And then for my hair, I've literally been obsessed with these little headbands. I think they look better on people with like really curly hair, but I still think they're cute. We're just gonna call it a day. That's all the makeup I'm gonna do. I'm wearing this little tube top and then these black sweats with this line down the side. I'm about to do some homework and work, like I said. First, I'm hungry and I want a little snack, which is actually literally the perfect time to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is David. I'm gonna have the salted peanut butter flavored bar. You guys, they sent me 4 of these boxes. They had a bunch of different flavors. They had salted peanut butter, cookie dough, peanut butter chocolate chunk, and fudge brownie. I ate all of them. Like, they are so good. They're literally my go-to high protein snack, especially in college and in the dorms when you need something quick to just like grab on the go, or like a macro cap or something like that. These are my go-to because look, you're not even ready for this. 150 calories, 28 grams of protein. That's like literally unheard of in the protein bar world. These are actually the lowest calorie protein bars with the highest amount of protein out there on the market right now. They are so good. They're blood sugar friendly. They have 0 total grams of sugar, and they're also gluten free. This is what it looks like. I love them because they have like a more doughy texture, which I like in a protein bar, and then they also have these like crunchy little bits. If it wants to focus, there's the inside. So good. I've literally forced all of my friends to try these, and they're all obsessed, and now they always come to my dorm to get some. So get yours before they sell out. You can click the link below in the description box or find them at davidprotein.com. These are a game changer, especially if you struggle to hit your protein goals, because what do you mean 30 grams of protein in one protein bar? So anyways, thank you, David, for sponsoring today's video, and thank you for fueling my dorm and me, because I'm obsessed with these. I'm gonna eat this and then do some homework and work, and then I will catch you guys later when I'm on the way to class. Guys, I literally finished that test in, I kid you not, 23 minutes. I literally locked in so hard on the Stairmaster. Everything was like fresh in my head, and I'm feeling like honestly really confident. Like, one thing I've learned when it comes to test taking is to always trust your gut, assuming that you studied and stuff. Like, if you feel like you know the content, always just stick with your first answer. And I've been doing that this whole year, and it's really been working for me. I just make sure to read the questions really thoroughly the first time around, and then I just answer it and move on, and I don't look back and like question myself, and it makes me leave the test feeling so much more confident. It also helps me leave so much earlier, and I literally, knock on wood, feel like I slayed that. And I was literally the first person to finish, which has never happened to me before, so not gonna lie, feeling pretty cool right now. And I turned in the test, and the teacher was like, next time I'll make it harder for you. So that was really funny. But yeah, anyways, test is done. Did not expect to be out of class this early. It's not even 1 o'clock yet. The sun is out, and it's a beautiful day, but it's also kind of cold. So I have no idea what I'm gonna do right now. I honestly have some editing to do, but I also want to be outside, so I'm gonna figure it out. But I just had to update you guys because that was great. Go me for studying earlier today, because it really paid off. I'll update you guys when I figure out what my next move is.
So blind, how could I not see? Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you.
It's 3:15. I ended up going to one of my friend's houses, and basically he's in a frat, and it's their philanthropy week, and they're fostering puppies. So I hung out in the sun with him and the puppy for a while, and then I went and got Shake Smart, and then I headed back to my dorm. I think I literally took like probably a 45-minute nap in the sun while I drank my shake. Like, I literally fell asleep mid-sip. Anyways, so then after I drank that in the sun, I went back to my dorm, and I took a little like 20-minute power nap, just like lay down, reboot, whatever. And I also snacked on some popcorn. And now it is 3:15, like I said, and I'm going to my second and last class of the day, which is business writing. This semester I only have class twice a week, so I'm on campus, but like not that much. So I always enjoy walking to class, especially when the weather is nice. Like, ugh, are we kidding? It feels so good on my skin. But yeah, this class is just like letter writing, emails, stuff like that. You'd think it's common knowledge, but I don't know. So that's what I'm headed to right now. And then it'll be over around 5, and then we're gonna go get our tattoo fixed. So it'll be super, super fun. First, we're gonna go to class. Back in my dorm, I just got a bunch of snacks. I got a protein bar, Greek yogurt, and carrots. I'm gonna eat this, take a nap, and then my plans to get tattoos are getting moved to this weekend just because a friend that I wanted to go with, like, something came up for her. So I don't know what we're gonna do tonight, but I'm gonna take a nap first and a snack.
So far from home,
It's Tuesday, Pazuki Tuesday, so we're at BJ's, and we got the massive platter.
The giant one on TikTok where you can pick 4. We got it, and our server's so nice, and she got us right.
We got the big platter and another one. For how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
We'll keep you updated.
Thank you.
On the floor, hard to resist, got me looking like this, like the one before. 'Cause I must be strong, 'cause this might go on for long. 'Cause I was wrong, and he's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home. Free, but ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your own. Left on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? I must have been wrong.